You wake up tired. You push through the day. You drink more coffee than you meant to. And by Friday, you're empty. If that sounds familiar, it's not your fault. Most Americans aren't bad at managing stress. They're operating inside a system that quietly drains them. And here's the strange part. Another country works long hours too, yet they approach daily energy very differently. Japan doesn't rely on motivation to prevent burnout. They rely on structure. In this video, I'll walk you through 7 simple daily habits that reduce burnout before it builds. But here's what most people completely miss. Japan has one of the longest life expectancies in the world. And while their work culture can be intense, their day-to-day rhythm contains small protective rituals most Americans overlook. Here's the surprising part. Burnout doesn't usually come from working too hard. It comes from working without recovery cycles. That sounds simple, but it changes everything. And there's one daily habit, almost invisible, that quietly protects mental energy. I'll explain why that matters in a minute. For now, let's start with what's really happening. First, they protect transitions. In America, the day feels rushed. Wake up, scroll, commute, work, repeat. In Japan, transitions matter. There's often a pause between roles, a short walk, a train ride without loud phone calls, a moment of quiet before entering the office. That small buffer lowers cortisol spikes. When you jump instantly from one demand to another, your nervous system never resets. Add a 5-minute transition ritual before work. No phone, just breathing or walking. It sounds small. It's not. Second, they separate work and home physically. Americans blur the line. Laptop on the couch. Emails at dinner. Slack in bed. Japan traditionally maintains clearer separation. Shoes off at the door, work clothes off. Home space protected. This physical shift signals the brain, you're safe now. When your brain never receives that signal, stress lingers. Create one physical action that ends your workday. Change clothes, close the laptop fully, step outside briefly. This is where it gets interesting. Burnout isn't just about hours worked. It's about boundaries respected. Third, they normalize short rest pauses. In America, rest feels earned. In Japan, short pauses are structured, not long vacations. Micro rest, a tea break, quiet lunch, a brief moment looking outside. Short pauses lower heart rate variability stress markers. Without them, your body stacks tension. Insert 2 5-minute quiet breaks daily. No stimulation. And here's the twist. Most Americans use breaks to scroll. That's not rest. That's input. Stay with me. Fourth, they eat for stability, not stimulation. Lunch in America often means sugar and speed. Quick carbs, fast eating. Back to work. Japan emphasizes slower meals, smaller portions, balanced macronutrients. Stable blood sugar equals stable mood. Spikes create crashes. Crashes feel like burnout. Add protein and fiber to your midday meal. Eat slower than usual. And this is the part no one talks about. Energy dips feel emotional, but they're often metabolic. If you ignore these small resets, burnout compounds quietly, not dramatically, just steadily. More irritability, less patience. Sleep gets worse. But here's the relief. None of this requires quitting your job. It's small design shifts. And the last few habits are the most powerful. Fifth, they respect group rhythm. American work culture rewards individual intensity. Push harder, stay later, prove yourself. Japan often emphasizes group pacing. When teams move together, individuals don't feel constant pressure to outpace each other. Competition creates chronic stress chemistry. Belonging lowers it. Align your workload with your team's realistic pace. Don't self-impose silent pressure. That matters more than you think. Sixth, they build routine, not motivation. Americans chase motivation. Japan builds habit, morning commute, same store, same workflow pattern. Repetition reduces decision fatigue. Decision fatigue feels like burnout. Your brain gets tired from choosing. Standardize one part of your workday. Same start time, same first task. But here's the twist. Consistency feels boring, yet it protects energy. 7th, they redefine effort. In America, effort often means intensity. In Japan, effort can mean precision and steadiness. Slow is smooth. Smooth is sustainable. When everything feels urgent, nothing feels manageable. Chronic urgency triggers chronic stress. Work slightly slower on your next task. Focus on accuracy, not speed. Notice your breathing. 8th, they normalize quiet evenings. Many Americans decompress with stimulation. TV, phone, news, noise. Japanese evenings often lean quieter. Bath rituals, light meals, early wind down. Lower light exposure protects melatonin. Poor sleep amplifies burnout. It becomes a loop. Dim lights 1 hour before bed. Reduce noise input. Simple, but protective. Now let's close that loop from earlier. Burnout doesn't come from hard work alone. It comes from missing recovery cycles. That's why these small daily rituals matter. Transitions, boundaries, micro rest, stable meals, routine, steady effort, quiet evenings. None are extreme. And here's the shift. This isn't about discipline. It's about design. When your environment supports your nervous system, you don't need constant willpower. You're not weak. You're overstimulated. Try one habit this week. Just one. Maybe the transition ritual. Maybe the evening wind down. See how it feels. Which of these habits would change your workday the most? Let me know in the comments. And if you're interested in more calm, research-backed insights like this, no hype, just practical shifts, consider subscribing. Not to change who you are, just to protect your energy a little better.